our viewers back at home, not just the people of Marsabit County, what are some of these drought resilience measures that have been put in place?
Thank you. My name is Daniel Rodero once again. I work for the State Department for Irrigation, national government. This is a program that is done in collaboration with the county governments through the National Treasury, which is our financier in Kenya. The program is financed jointly by the government of Kenya and the Federal Republic Government of Germany through KfW. KfW is a development bank that is responsible for German financing cooperation. Now, this project began in 2018 when the financing agreement was done. Basically, it covers two counties, that is Marsabit and Turkana. The financing for is 8 million government, which is about 1 billion Kenya shillings based on the exchange rate then when the financing agreement was signed. So today we are here basically to launch the program officially, which will be done on Friday between the government of Marsabit and then the national government of Kenya will be presided over by the PS, CPA Fantas Kimodo, and His Excellency Honorable Mahmoud Mohamed Ali, who is the governor of Marsabit. We are doing drought mitigation, and this was discussed when on the sidelines of Berlin in 2013. Then it was agreed that the German government helps us to finance a program that will tackle drought mitigation. So two counties, as I said. So in Marsabit, we are talking of about 255,000 people benefit out of this program. It's an open program that is multi-sectoral in the sense that it's about drought mitigation, so we tackle it from different angles. One, the infrastructure will involve water infrastructure construction, and this includes boreholes, we have water pans, we have shallow wells, we have subsurface dams, mention them, even roof rainwater harvesting through roof catchment, and will be reticulated to communities. The other aspect is about irrigation, either it is rehabilitation or constructing new ones. And then we also have access to markets where we shall do improvement of access roads so that the communities can be able to reach markets both for livestock and food crops. And then we also do sanitation, which will be both for schools and hospitals that require improvement of sanitation. Other than this, we also have livestock improvement activities that involve both livestock production in terms of feedlots and then livestock health in terms of disease control.
And of course, you just talked about the main event that will be happening in Sololo. Just tell us what is exactly going to happen there and how is that program going to benefit the members of the community who live around that particular area?
Thank you so much. This was agreed following the intervention of the county government of His Excellency the Governor and the Principal Secretary, State Department for Irrigation. A mission was conducted in April 2024 by KfW. So during that, the two leaders expressed the wish for the government's vision to be included in this program. Feedlot was not part of it, but once that was discussed during that mission, they agreed that then we can set some money aside. The county government will contribute towards expanding that financing so that we have a major feedlot that will be taking about 500 acres of feedlot so that the beneficiaries in Obu Ward, which is in Sololo, can be able to benefit out of this program. So it is a program in production. So what we are doing, Marsabit does not have any permanent river. It's a county that do not have permanent rivers. So what we are having are dry riverbeds that when it rains, then we have a lot of flash floods flowing when it rains, and that flash flood runs and goes to waste. So in Sololo, we have a dry riverbed that runs all the way from the Ethiopian mountains, and it does flooding twice in a year, twice, and it has massive flow of water. So we discussed, and in that joint agreement, the two governments are going to construct water pans, which are going to be graduated, or sometimes a dam, the way the local community will want to refer to it, that will tap that water, and then we use it for feedlot production. But again, it will be available for livestock to drink, and even for your households that are living within Obuod.
And of course, people might say, given that Marsabit County, at least it's much better far off, because people are saying if you come to Marsabit, it's like going to central parts of the country. You see a lot of trees, you see grass, but at the end of the day, they still feel the impact of climate change. We've just witnessed the worst drought the country has ever experienced in the last 2 years when we got out of it. Then shortly afterwards, we have gotten into a flooding situation, and we saw that even Marsabit County was among the counties that was worst affected. So in terms of these drought resilience measures that have been put in place, are there challenges that you have witnessed so far, and how have you addressed them?
Marsabit, that is the wrong perception. Marsabit is only green around Saku, where we have Marsabit town because of the presence of Mount Marsabit.
Yes.
The moment you drive 10 kilometers from point, then you experience what we now call Marsabit County. So what we are witnessing here is not Marsabit County. This is just the county headquarters, but we go a few kilometers from here, then you experience the reality of Marsabit. Actually, I've said there is no permanent river. That means it is dry. So we about greenness. What you are seeing at the background, that is because of the presence of Mount Marsabit, and that is just a small proportion of the county. This is one of the largest counties. Actually, it's Turkana and Marsabit, the largest counties in the Republic of Kenya. We are talking about from where we are to a place called Ileret is over 400 kilometers, and you are still in the same county. And we are at the central point of Marsabit. So you can imagine what we are talking about. So the county is dry. Even where we are going to is dry. And if we don't harness that water, then the population, the communities that are living there will still suffer the impact of drought. And that is why it was felt. And I think we are developing other programs alongside the State Department for ASALs to have major feedlots in these ASAL counties to be able to supply enough pasture for the animals. You know, the ASAL counties are about livestock production. So that is the impact that we want to reduce down of climate change, so that we supplement the pastures that they are having naturally with the feedlots that we are going to assist them produce, so that we also minimize conflicts. The conflicts are about resources, and the resources in ASAL areas are only two: pasture for livestock, water for the same livestock. Watu wanapata kidogo ya kukunywa. But when it comes to livestock, because that is the mainstay of the economy of the pastoral communities, and we are alive to that fact.
And as we conclude, finally, given that we are out of time, we are talking about some of the issues that we have been able to witness, especially in this ASAL region. In terms of resources, it is finite, it is very small, and that's why we're seeing people at the end of the day clashing. So will this resolve some of those issues?
It's expected that for everything that we are doing, we have a vision, and our outcome that are expected from this program is we have enough pasture for the communities. That will translate into better livestock health and more livestock surviving, and that will then translate into money into the pockets. At the end of the day, what we are looking at is money in the pockets, and that is why we say this program is multi-sectoral. So we are looking at infrastructure for market access so that they can be able to off-take the livestock that they are going to improve in terms of